The head coach of the Savannah State football team now joins us, Earnest Wilson. Coach Wilson, how's it going this morning?
How you doing, guys?
We're doing well.
Good.
What are some of your goals for the game this Saturday against BYU, Coach?
Well, I always have a goal of winning, which will probably be the hardest thing to do. But I just want to make sure my guys come out safe. I like to give, just give them a good game to work on and whatnot, and hopefully put ourselves in position. I know it's going to be tough. We're so young to put us in position to win in the fourth quarter.
Just how young are you?
Most of the time we play with 8 freshmen on each side of the ball.
Wow.
Yeah, I came in here 16 months ago, and this program hadn't won since 1998, and I took on a challenge. I like the area. The area is great, and I decided to tear it down and build it right back up. So that's what we're doing right now.
So in a couple of years, you guys should be a whole different program there with a lot more experience.
Yes, I do a lot of things similar that Coach Lavelle Edwards used to do. I came from the air raid offense with Hal Mumme, and the father of that, of course, is a lot of people say, of course, is Hal Mumme, but he got a lot of the schemes from Lavelle Edwards. So we do a lot of things that Robert and I do. I know a lot of those guys over there. So. If we can just understand exactly what we're doing, we're going to be a pretty good football team in the future.
And there's that Texas Tech connection, of course. You played there. Robert and I kind of got his principles from the Red Raiders.
Well, yes, I played there a long time before Robert and I coached there. I did it in the early 80s, and I guess he was in the early 2000s with a good friend of mine, Mike Leach, he's a BYU graduate. Mike and I are pretty tight. So, that's where, Robert got his info from.
Absolutely. A character, Mike Leach, that guy.
Yes.
Earnest Wilson, Savannah State head coach, is on BYU Sports Nation. How did the game with BYU come about?
I think it basically came from, I think ESPN Sports Nation or something that you go into, and I guess they noticed that we had an opening, and they had an opening, and so we decided to get together, and we know that we want our kids to have a great experience. When you come here to go to this school, most of our kids are from Georgia or from the South, and I want them to have an all-around experience, because football is an extension of one's education, and I'm trying to build this program to go, just like BYU back in the early '80s, and then they grew, and now they're a good FBS program, and you look at the Louisville's one. Now I'm trying to do this with Savannah State, and I just want to start early, and that's what people don't understand. We want to build this thing up right now, so. I think the only way you're going to do that is you're going to play some of these teams, let your kids know where they have to go in order to get to where they want to go. And so, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, definitely great to get that experience for those kids. But what about the experience facing the cold and the snow and the rain coming up this Saturday?
Well, I'm bringing my skis and my snowshoes. No, I'm from Ohio. I'm originally from Ohio, and I coached at the University of Maine. So, and the crazy thing is I always laugh because I tell people I coached at the University of Maine, and up in November, it was people kept telling me about the Maine winters and stuff, and I had my shirt tucked up underneath and everything else back in the day, and the next day, it snowed like 6, 7, 8 inches or something crazy, and then it just kept snowing in Maine. Then we had the most snowfall. So I get away. I think I'm getting away from that, and I go down to State College, Pennsylvania, and coach at Penn State. And lo and behold, we have the most snow in the nation again. So I can't get away. So these kids have never really. Most of them have never experienced snow or whatever. So you know how it is for kids. They're the first time experiencing snow, so they should have fun in it. Earlier this year we played South Carolina State, and it was the weirdest cold, around, and it was raining. So they'll be somewhat used to it. But when you're trying to throw the ball in the snow, it should be very interesting.
Yeah, Coach, you can't get mad at your players if, let's say, they make a play, score a touchdown, interception, whatever the case is. If they lay down and make a snow angel, for the first time them being in the snow, you don't penalize them for it. You can't be mad at them for that.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna be honest on this one. If they score against BYU, I'll be laying down in the snow making a snow angel.
Nice.
That happened by a BYU player. Actually, in the 90s, a BYU kicker had a huge streak of PATs in a row. Rob Morris, who ended up being a first-round pick, played for the Colts linebacker, does a snow angel. The kicker misses in the snow, and the streak is snapped. That's happened before.
Wow. Well, one thing I want to do is I want to meet Lavelle Edwards. Like I said, I've always wanted to meet him. When we used to play, I was out at the New Mexico State, and I used to always we played Utah State. So one night I stayed up and watched about a 3-hour documentary on the history of BYU football. So knowing that the offense came pretty much from him, I don't know if he comes to the games regularly, but I would love to meet him.
I know he went to the basketball game on Tuesday. I'm not sure what his plans are. He sometimes goes down to St. George, a city in Utah, to golf and whatnot. But I wonder if we can't put that bug in with athletics, try and hook that up.
It's senior night. He might come down and see the seniors off.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do with that.
Do me that favor. I appreciate that.
What sticks out about the BYU Cougars to you as you've watched film in preparation for this game?
They're very aggressive. They're, they play together. Especially I do offense, so mainly. But when I watch TV and whatnot, I always try to watch the BYU offense, and Robert has that thing going pretty good. But then on defense, I don't know if Mendenhall's calling it, but they do a great job of just making sure that everybody's in the right spot at the right time. So they're getting that thing done, and it looks like the program is going to really jump up. Other thing, I talked to my buddies over at UNLV because, like I said, I got some West Coast ties, and they said that 88 of the guys have been on mission on their football team, and so that puts them about 23, 24 years old, maybe, and it puts my little guys at 17 and 18 years old. So that kind of sticks out, too. So, but it should be interesting.
Well, Coach, best of luck. I kind of want to see that snow angel now, to be honest.
Yes.
That should be fun Saturday. We appreciate the time and safe travels.
All right. Thank you.